what exactly was he pulled over for? Was it driving without a license that started all of this? And I guess he happened to be under the influence when he was pulled over.
Well, so the record shows that he had felony charges in a neighboring county city. Because he was in Fayetteville, I'm going to assume that was a violation of probation. He was currently on probation, as I understand it. I don't know all the details of those, the inner workings, but there was, outstanding charges. And why did they flag the vehicle? Did it not have insurance? Did something come up, on the license plate? The Peachtree City Police are no joke. I mean, they're good at what they do. And so, for what reason they pulled my brother over, I really don't know. I have my own suspicions. Again, with the felony charges, my guess was it was a violation of parole or probation. He had gotten out of prison back in 2023 and around October, November. And so he had been out for a while and he was doing really well at first. And, I tried to talk to him even then going, hey man, you basically not lived a life in the real world. You've been behind bars. Let me connect you with some people that I know, that can, help you. And he wasn't interested at that time. And I think that I've been him. I've been not interested in getting help that I needed. I didn't know how else to live life. And so, for what reason they pulled him over, was he speeding? Was he swerving between lines? I genuinely don't know. The vehicle belonged to my mom. And so there's obviously some litigation with the estate and things that are still pending since her passing in January. But, after, for whatever reason, they flagged him and the lights went on, I'm sure he panicked. Obviously, when they pulled him over, the understanding, I say pulled over, after they performed a pit move and his vehicle spun around and they got it stopped, he did resist arrest. He did have methamphetamine and mushrooms in the vehicle. And obviously those are violations, but also he had a firearm in his glove compartment. So my understanding, obviously I can't see it, but after they stopped him, he resisted. And then as he reached, they let the canine go and he got on his arm and, he was safely detained. Unfortunately, he does have, I haven't seen him, but I have, my mentor, Hugh Kirby, did reach out to him and get to see him. And he just told me about the bandages and kind of what that looks like. And so, right now I'm making arrangements to, go visit him. When you look at meth in particular, and I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, it's the one thing that I've seen that at some point your brain can snap. And I mean, you're done. There's no, like, you're now having schizoaffective type symptoms. And, a lot of the symptoms that we give, like if you look at bipolar and alcoholism, the symptoms look very similar. And so I'll tell you, the last thing I was prescribed was marijuana. And when I tried to come off it, I felt like I was dying. And it turns out like it speeds up your metabolism. My blood pressure changed from 120/73 to, like, at one point I measured, it was like 210/150. And I'm, getting it down to try to have a, normal day, but I was panicking. I couldn't sleep. And, anything that you do that changes your outlook of your mind, it's going to have a negative effect on you when you change. Like, just go without your coffee for one day, leave your cell phone somewhere else, there's so many things in your routine you're attached to that are giving you dopamine that, just multiply it by that when it becomes the drugs. But meth, it is a stimulant. The most dangerous way that you use it is they use it by IV. And I've seen some really bad, outcomes from that.